All right, let's see.
Are we on Facebook yet?
I think we are.
Hey, good morning, everybody. How are y'all doing today?
Where y'all been?
Where y'all been? It's where we been.
Where we been?
Yeah.
We've been to it and back from it.
Yes, we've been here and there and everywhere, and we just had an absolutely wonderful time while we were gone. And I just want to thank everybody that voted for us.
Yes,
And
yeah,
we'll
very
do it
much
again
so.
over the air because it was a tremendous experience. I can't even remotely tell you how much fun that was to meet all those people and actually see everybody. And everybody was kind of laid back, I thought, till they won something. Then they got plumb wound up.
And they got all wound up. Well, that's the deal. Everybody's laid back. It's country, dude. It's country music, man.
And
Ain't no reason to get all, caught up in the competition. Just have a good time.
got to meet some wonderful people there.
Lots of wonderful people.
I can't tell you how much.
Mr. Celebrities. I wish we were celebrities. Hell, if we were celebrities, no, we might have won.
Yeah, I think. I don't think the celebrity thing was there. As far as we were concerned.
Yeah, there were all, but there was one celebrity. There was one absolutely true celebrity there. One absolutely true celebrity there, and that was Mr. Randy Travis.
Yes.
He was
Travis
the only,
there.
hands down. I don't care what anybody says, celebrity walking through that place that night. Wasn't nobody can compete with that man, and it was pretty awesome to see him. So,
right. It was wonderful to meet some of the people, the promoters.
Good morning, Miss Speckles.
That were on the place, on the facility.
Yeah. Let's see here.
Gosh.
We coming back. We got 20 seconds, y'all.
We got 20 seconds.
We got 20 seconds, y'all. Landy, I got one question.
Yes, sir.
Where have you been?
Dude, the same place you been? Not here?
Not here.
Yeah.
Man, what is going
missed
on?
Everybody. Golly, I tell you, it feels so good to be back.
Dude, welcome back, everybody. I hope you're having a wonderful Wednesday. We got this week whooped.
Yeah.
Already.
Yeah. I'm so sorry we let y'all down Monday.
Boy, you got to love it.
So now we got to make up for it the rest of the week.
We're willing to put in some extra hours.
Yeah.
To make it work.
Oh, my God.
Man, good morning, everybody. It is a way back Wednesday in the Agriplex. And actually, what a better day to come back from what we came back from than a way back Wednesday.
Oh,
because
my gosh.
what we came back from, 90% of that is celebrating the way country music used to be played.
That's right. And and really and truly, it am I on?
Yeah.
Am I? Hello, mic check.
Yeah, Mike.
Mike,
He didn't make it back from the awards.
Yeah, he didn't make it back from the awards. Yeah. What a really wonderful thing is we actually got to see a true Texas radio music person.
Oh yeah,
that has been in the music industry for years and years and years. Mr. Randy Travis and his wife were there.
Yeah, I think she was born in Texas, and I know Randy obviously has his entire career spanned across the United States, the world, Texas. Yeah, Randy Travis was there, and that was awesome. That was part of the coolest. We were talking about celebrities.
Yes.
Somebody had joked on our Facebook, "Hey, welcome back, Mr. Celebrities." Man, maybe
we weren't. We were nowhere near.
We weren't, but I will tell you this, man. It was Randy Travis.
He came within like 5 feet of us.
Yeah. And I've never been one to want to be the guy who's like making it awkward to shake somebody's hand, because he was rolling up because he's in a wheelchair. He's not wheelchair bound, but obviously with long distances, he's in a wheelchair.
Yeah.
And he was coming back up and everything, and everybody was shaking his hand. So I was kind of like, well, I'm not going to be the one who keeps reaching now. I'm going to let him roll back. But it was cool, to
make eye contact,
to say hey and be like, hey, because we had those beautiful aisle seats.
Yes.
That had that easy access in case we did win.
Somebody was hogging the aisle seat themselves.
That's
but
right.
I won't go there. His name was Jeff.
Yeah. It was,
okay.
Man, it was. Dude,
I was like third away from the aisle, but that's okay.
Yes, it was a great time, man, and that was the cool part of it.
Yes, we did find out some interesting information.
We did
that our little 1,000-watt radio station, the people that beat us, that actually got the award.
Right.
They're pushing 100,000 watts out of that.
Well, here's the deal.
But that's okay.
Yeah.
We underestimated our opponents.
Well, no, yes, because we knew that we're a small market.
Yeah. Literally small.
We are a small market. It is the story of Ballinger, Texas, in anything that we do a lot of times.
That's right.
We're small.
That's right.
And we were up in, I joked on a Facebook post that we got second. I don't know what we got. Nobody can prove otherwise right now, so I'm just
we're going to claim second.
So I'm claiming a close second.
A close second. Yeah, okay.
No, but I mean, so we're looking at it all, and I was like, when you go up against people like Snyder, nothing against those people. They're doing their job.
No. That's right.
I ain't mad at them.
The lady that won it, actually, she deserved it.
Sure. She's doing her job.
She's doing her job. She's reaching people.
There was no
country music.
There was competition, but there was no like, I'm going to beat you.
Yeah, there wasn't none of that.
No, I mean,
we were all laughing about it.
It was a good time. But I tell you, that is the tough part. Next time this comes around, we're really going to step it up because we did realize, listen, we're up against Snyder, Texas. That's 12,000 people. 100,000 watts, which means they have a 100-mile radius.
Yes.
To produce their sound. 100 miles. We go 35.
Which reaches Lubbock, Midland, Odessa.
Exactly.
Everybody.
Large communities,
markets and communities, but that's okay.
When we're the biggest community in our market, then there you go.
Because we have family that has family that has family that has family.
Oh, we're gonna start. No, we're gonna reattack. We're gonna reattack this situation.
We're gonna pull it out from a different angle.
If God sees fit to go ahead and nominate us again next year,
one more time,
allow us to be nominated, we're gonna have to do something about it.
Yeah.
We know, we've gone, we've seen it, we understand it, and now we're going to step it up.
And besides that, the people that listen to us on the radio, I'm sure they're thinking, well, we ain't going to take second place from nothing.
No, we ain't.
No.
That's not the mentality we need to have.
No, we don't roll in second place.
So we're going to do it again this next time around, and we're going to put it out there. We do want to say, be grateful. We are eternally grateful for everybody.
Yes.
We don't know who nominated us. We're grateful for them. We're grateful for the people who stepped up and did vote.
Exactly.
Just taking the time out to do it.
Taking the time out of your day to vote for us was gratefully appreciated.
Yeah.
And even the people that voted for us long distance.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
We did ask.
We asked
Mr. Dave Smith, the night before the awards ceremony. We had a Future Faces show, which, by the way, we met somebody who is going to be a true star.
That's right.
And this dude not only rocked the night before and won the competition, he was probably the second or third or top three best act of the night.
Right.
And this dude doesn't even have a full-length album out yet.
Right.
So just think about, I'm talking up against guys who have been playing Texas country for
years,
10, 20 years, have multiple 15, 16 albums.
Right. He writes his own music too.
Dude, anyway, but
look who his mentor was.
Yeah. And so we talked to Dave Smith, though he's a representative. And we asked him because, we ain't scared. We said, hey, who voted for us and where are they from? He was like,
Yeah.
I said, well, no, we don't want to know because we don't know and see where we're at. But I said, when it's all said and done, we would love just to see where people
voted to
long distance.
Right.
I don't need to see the numbers. I just want to see, I don't know, how many from out of Texas. That's all I want to know. I just want, I think it's cool to know.
It is. And it's cool to see how far our family reached.
Exactly.
Because everybody listened to us. Y'all are family.
Right.
And we certainly appreciate y'all being
dude all day, and we appreciate that so much. And it was a pleasure to get out there to shake people's hands, to put faces with names. There was a handful of folks, promoters I talk to on a daily basis that I've seen emails and I've seen.
But you got to see them in person.
I met them in person.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's so weird. I'm Jeff, carry you in, and
they're like, okay.
Oh, yeah. And we know you, and because we talk to you every week. I'm like, yeah, how awesome.
And I'll tell you what, I kind of felt like a giant amongst all them short people.
They all little.
A lot of them folks are just little bitty.
Yeah, they all
little bitty with big voices.
That's it.
But
we did, man.
Was comical.
We had a great night. Friday night was a Future Faces show at Texas Live. PBR Cowboy Bar, venue.
If you ever get to go up there and experience that venue, please do, because that PBR, that Texas Live venue is awesome.
Dude,
it's big as a football field,
and
it's 2 stories.
Yeah.
They got a TV screen that's probably, I'm not playing, it's probably, 60 foot tall and maybe 100 foot wide?
Yeah.
It's 60 by 100, and it's one TV screen. It's one screen, and they can split it up into a bunch of different screens,
Right.
but they can also make it one screen.
Man, Arlington has just got that right.
Man,
Between the football stadium,
right
the new baseball stadium, the
and
Texas
they're
Live,
all right across the street from each other.
I mean, too bad football season doesn't come on. Well, it does a little bit with baseball season. If the Rangers get in the playoffs, you can go to a game, a Rangers game, you can go dancing in between, and you never leave like a 10-mile area. Not even 10. I'm like, throw 3.
Yeah, you could walk to all of it.
You can.
Yeah.
But it was a great venue. We got to meet a lot of folks. A lot of folks we've had in studio here were there. And that was probably one of the most rewarding aspects.
And they were like, "Hey, what y'all doing, man? We come up here to see
seeking us out to come say hey."
Yeah,
and that was really neat.
Yeah, Cameron. We had more fun with Cameron and his mom.
Yeah, Cameron Hobbs and his mom and his stepdaddy, or her, however that shakes out, were there, and they were hanging out with us with our table, and we were watching these live. What it was a really cool show where it was a song swap set up where everybody just sitting out there playing music. And then you
Lauren
voted.
Carzine was there.
Yep,
her
family.
Her
grandma was there.
Her grandma was there. That lady's a hoot.
Dude, you can see where they all get it from.
That's right. It all comes from the grandma.
Yeah, we got to meet them, and a lot of folks. And the one that we're talking about, y'all need to check this man out. His name is William Beckman.
Yeah, that's right.
All right, we do spin his current single.
Right.
I'm gonna tell you right now, I did not like the way that they had 2 songs to sing. They sang in one song, they moved on, and then came back to him in another round. The first song he sang was the first song. I was like, okay, everybody's kind of singing another song, but then their second song is going to be their current radio release. That's kind of how it played out.
He did it backwards.
Well, no, he did. He played Bourbon and Whiskey is the name of the song, and you need to, or actually, what I'm going to do, I'm going to find it. I'm going to find it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to share it on our Facebook.
Okay.
Because we can get it off of it's on SoundCloud.
Right.
And it's called Bourbon Whiskey by William Beckman. And I'm going to tell you right now, that old boy tore it up. Stole the show.
Oh, my gosh. Did he steal the show?
Absolutely. Stole the show. Won the Future Faces.
Right.
And then moved into the performance. And what you won with that was a performance on the big stage the next night.
And he did. He brought it home. But walked up there all by himself out there playing the guitar.
An acoustic guitar in a room over 200-something people, because it's a little intimate affair, over 200-something people, him and a guitar, hasn't released a full-length album in a room full of, mentors, celebrities, Randy Travis, every promoter, every songwriter in the current genre walks up there like nothing.
Yeah.
Puts it out there. Dude, so good. And you have to actually hear this song, man, to really get the gist of it. And go. So what you need to do is, you're listening range right now, go to our Facebook, go to this current video, and I'll put the link into the comment section. Click on that link. Please listen to this old boy sing this song.
You won't be sorry you listen to that.
Because next time he shows up around here, he's going to be playing that song.
He said he's going to come this way.
Yeah.
He said y'all guys are crazy. Well, that's just right here.
Exactly. Yeah, but
come to our casa.
Man, I'm so excited about that. But dude,
and we saw a bunch of people that have been here before, and they said, they even told us that, we certainly enjoy coming out there and seeing y'all. And we told all of them, said, y'all come back. Y'all actually bless us by your appearance here.
Sure. Yep.
We get to hang out and have fun and all of that, I got the feedback from them. They enjoyed this coming out and hanging out.
Oh yeah, they did.
Yeah. No pressure.
No pressure whatsoever.
Yeah.
But it was a good time, man. We want to, again, thank everybody for allowing us to be part of that, because y'all did. This wasn't us. We had to figure a way to get up there. You guys are the ones who sent us initially, though. So, we want to thank you for all the time and effort. But it was just a good time, and we're back, man. Finally back. And
boy, what a wild, wild, wild ride.
Yeah, it's been good. It's going to get better, man. It's going to be, hey, whatever we can do, we just hope our ultimate goal was to bring just, some pride to Ballinger. Hopefully we did it right. And so that was kind of the idea behind it all. And I think we did. I think we had a good time with it, and we didn't win, so we didn't get a chance to act totally a fool.
That's right.
But it's all good.
They said, and
we'll have our moment.
One person said, now y'all get up there and behave yourself. If y'all get up there,
right.
You do want to come back. And I was like, yeah, okay.
And and we also want to give a shout out to Mr. JB Cloud. He was out there renting the hymn. He's always fun to talk to.
Right.
You know, so
JB's a hoot too. I turned around, that monster standing behind me. I was like, "What? Look at who this is!"
Yeah, think about JB.
Buddy.
You can't miss the big cowboy in the corner.
That's right.
You know, so
6'6".
Yeah,
300 pounds.
6'6", in a big old cowboy hat on.
Yeah, he had a 25-gallon hat on.
It was great because you literally were sitting there hanging out, and you're like, I wonder if JB Cloud is here. You know,
I turned around,
literally he was like right behind you. I'm like, he's actually right there.
Yeah.
You know?
Jeff says he's right there. I said, what?
It's like that moment.
Funny.
It's like that moment when they're talking about a Sasquatch or something, and he's just standing behind him breathing. You know, so, but man, welcome back to it. I hope your day is going great, guys. It is Way Back Wednesday. Gonna be beautiful spring-like weather.
Oh my gosh, it's gonna be nice. 80 degrees today.
80 degrees today. Sunshine. 10% chance of rain in the afternoon and throughout the evening, and then tomorrow, you're looking at 77 degrees, cloudy skies, 10% chance of rain. Big news tomorrow is going to be the wind. You know, you're going to have rain. You're going to have a little bit of rain. You're going to have a little bit of wind. So about 15 to 25 miles out of the south tomorrow. But, again, it's not cold. So I think it's such a beautiful day, Landy. We have the doors open, man.
Yeah, I noticed that. I was like, hey, man. Nice breeze.
Dude, it is nice.
We better enjoy these cool mornings because I got a feeling they're going to be few and far between from now on.
They are. So
everybody was tired of the cold. Now you get to get what you're not tired of.
Yeah, now they're going to be tired of the heat after about 4 days.
Yeah.
Like, all right, we've done gone to the lake.
We've done summer.
I'm done. I'm over with. It's hot. It's 105. And I'm not even near water. This is ridiculous.
Exactly.
So speaking of ridiculous, we talked about this on the way home yesterday, and our pro wives. First off, we probably should have started the whole thing by saying, "Thank y'all, ladies. We're sorry, and that we love you." You know.
Yep. So
they had to deal with us for the whole weekend, basically, and then
I'll tell you
6.5 hours in a vehicle together total. You know,
that'd stress anybody.
It totally would.
I don't care how tough you are. That'd stress anybody.
But our marriages have made it.
Yes.
So far, they
have survived.
They survived the weekend. But anyway, speaking of ridiculous, man, we talked about this, and let's touch on this for just a minute because we only have a little bit of time. So that's a perfect amount of time to use on this. Let's talk about that Jussie Smollett deal.
Oh,
we talked about it.
That is so.
You want to talk about wealth and privilege?
Money talks and sorry walks.
That's exactly what happened. Sorry, POS walks.
Yeah.
Listen,
that is so wrong. Mac, actually, that is so wrong on so many different levels. First of all, you know, the fact that the man got caught with his hand in a cookie jar.
Yes, he did.
And literally got caught. Okay. And now he gets no punishment for it, no probation,
no nothing.
He walks out scot-free because his money and his giving back to the community so far. So it don't matter how much you're giving back to, but they even went as far as said, oh, well, you know, the city can go ahead and keep my bond.
Well, that's what happened.
That's $100,000.
They kept his bond. They kept his bond. And they said the prosecutor, Kim Fox, I believe, came out and was like, who, by the way, has been implicated in a George Soros funding situation. And I say implicated not to mean anything negative, but she has been funded in some degree by Mr. George Soros.
Yeah.
Take that as you will.
Somebody's playing puppeteer.
Take it as you will. I'm just saying, because you can believe what you want to in that, but just do, and that is a fact that has happened.
That's not hearsay.
No, all right. So she came out and was like, well, you know, his community service and what he represents in the Chicago community and all the good he's done. Plus, we're going to keep his bail or his bond, which means that we get that money comes back to us. So basically,
he paid his way out of the deal.
And they said, doesn't really matter because all he was going to get was probation anyway.
What?
It does matter.
It does matter.
It does. I don't care if he just got probation.
I don't care.
He needed to be punished. It needs to be on his record. And if you read all the paperwork and all this, even the prosecutors and everybody who were involved in dropping the case believe he's still guilty.
Right.
But they can't. Y'all need to, if you're following the story, do not get charges dropped confused with being innocent.
Correct.
Because that ain't always the case.
Right. But this is going to be dropped. It's basically going to be swept under the carpet, and he's going to be the good old boy again. Well,
right.
I'm sorry. When you rob a bank, and you got enough money to pay off all the judges and everything else that's around you, and you walk around, you are still a bank robber.
You want to talk about privilege. This is exactly what privilege is. You've orchestrated a hate crime.
That's right.
In order to make yourself look better, and all you get, matter of fact, he didn't
even get a hand
you
slap.
You get run through the
deal.
Media like crazy, like in a bad way, and all of a sudden they're going to put you right back on that pedestal. He's going to be a bigger martyr than he ever was before,
right,
because they're going to raise him up.
Oh, yeah.
You know, a state attorney official said that after reviewing all the facts and circumstances of the case, including Mr. Smollett's volunteer service in the community and agreement to forfeit his bond to the city of Chicago, we believe this outcome is appropriate. That's the state attorney political or public officer's information, right?
No, it's not appropriate.
Remember, though, like we said, that does not mean that anyone thinks he's innocent. Matter of fact, another state attorney's office representative came out and told CPS that he does not think that he is innocent. They're just trying to get this thing because they knew it was going to be a circus. They knew that they were going to be
trying to get it swept under the carpet.
Exactly.
So it doesn't involve them. Oh, they don't want to be in the public. Ooh,
yep.
Ooh. No. We don't want you coming after us.
Matter of fact, the mayor came out firing on all cylinders.
Right.
Mad. So did the police superintendent, said that Jussie needs to step up and apologize to the city.
Right.
And he won't do it because that dude still maintains that he was innocent.
Yeah.
He doesn't have to now.
Oh, no. Now he doesn't have to.
Now, before he had to get to the court there, that's the whole point of your day in court. Get there and prove that you are innocent.
Right. And they couldn't. He could not do that.
Yeah.
You know, he was guilty from day one. And you know what's bad about it is somebody's getting away with a hate crime. That's the whole thing that I'm upset about. It's not the fact that it was a black or a white thing. It was a hate crime.
Right.
It was a hate crime.
Well,
and hate crimes are wrong.
Here's the deal. Here is the name you need to remember. I talked about it before, Kim Foxx. All right. There have been calls to investigate Kim Foxx, who is Cook County State Attorney. She's the one behind this deal and her alleged attempts to influence the case. Fox has this is Kim Foxx, because I don't want to get confused with Fox News.
Right.
Fox has the deep state conspiracy theorists. You know, obviously they're all wound up. She was approached on behalf of the Smollett family by a woman who was Michelle Obama's chief of staff.
Oh, so maybe one of the big dogs wants to get him off. Well, that's still wrong. I don't care who you are, how you get dressed in the morning, or what your religious or political beliefs are. If you're wrong, you need to be punished.
I'm just, I'm sorry. They're going to investigate. The police union wants Kim Foxx investigated because the ties to the Obamas. It is absolutely ridiculous. She's a Soros-funded city attorney or county attorney for Cook County. It's privilege.
Right.
The guy played a race card and won.
And okay, so
what are we teaching kids?
We're teaching kids that if you've got plenty of money, you can get away with
Landy,
anything you want.
Me and you do a lot in the community.
Well,
I walk around and slap people downtown and get arrested.
They're going to let you off.
Should I be forgiven because we do a lot in the community?
No.
Well, according to this, I should be.
No.
Now, I ain't got no money. So
yeah. I ain't got no money either.
Maybe that's part of the problem.
Yeah. Well, see, that is the problem.
Little light on funds.
You don't have any money. But
right.
look at some of the things that have happened in and around this area in the past, how money's gotten them off.
It has.
And I don't care who you are or what you think. Everybody in this community and around this community knows that, if they got money, they get to do pretty much whatever they want to.
Yeah.
And that needs to stop.
And that's accurate. You know what? And that's small town, good old boy system. And that's accurate. Bill Hancock posted an issue with the stabbing in Winters. And you guys can read that at RoanokeCountyRegister.com.
Right.
You know, and that was to me, after listening to everything.
That's a Smollett.
Dude, it is a sweep the facts under the rug. Let's sit on it for a little while. Hopefully it goes away situation.
Let's Smollett it.
And all Bill did was put the facts out there, and you can read them. More to come on that, I'm sure, as things develop. And that's why we really don't want to jump on it too much, because there's more to come out.
That's right.
But it definitely, the way it was initially handled, that was a
Smollett.
This didn't happen. Let's go ahead and put that down a little bit.
That's why when you say
gotta get it changed, y'all.
Smollett.
Gotta get it changed. 8:43 here in the Agriplex. That's gonna be a new thing. Oh, it got Smolletted.
That's right. Smollett is
Man,
the deal.
you just jussed it all up, didn't you?
That's right.
All right, guys, 8:43. Listen to the Jeff and Landy coming to you live from Fahrenheit Solution Studios here at KRUN in Ballinger, man. The Crossroads, West Texas. Glad to be home, proud to be home.
That's right.
So, all right, y'all, we have some first news events in the Agroplex, followed by Hotline, brought to you by Kill Drug. We will catch up with you in the 9 o'clock hour. Miss Janet Wilson from Ballinger ISD will be here to come hang out with us. See y'all shortly. Boy, that's a lot of information in 10, 15 minutes. I sweat.
Well, I tell you what, really and truly, we're not trying to stir up something.
No.
Okay? That's not what we're trying to do. We're just trying to bring out the fact that people are getting away with things that they shouldn't be getting away with.
Yeah.
And, if I got to behave myself and you've got to behave yourself, then what's the incentive? What's the incentive of behaving if everybody's getting away with whatever?
See, here's what I don't get.
If this is going to turn into an anarchy, which basically that's the way they're headed, it's an anarchy. You do what you want to do, and I do what I want to do, and it's okay with me, and it's okay with you.
I'm still waiting on my white privilege to kick in.
Yeah.
Because apparently this man has money. He's got family power, because you don't remember the Smollett family has been involved in years and years of fundraising and acting and community outreach, which is great.
Right.
Oh, that's great. Good for y'all. Until one of y'all screws up and try to use that to get you out of trouble, which shouldn't work.
Sure did.
Totally did.
Yeah.
Totally worked.
Morning, Jacqueline. How are you this morning?
His plan played out.
Good morning, Landy Christine, my daughter.
His plan played out exactly like it needed to.
That's right. Morning, Kenny.
Matter of fact, probably a little better, because the media skewered him, and now he comes out smelling clean, zestfully clean.
Well, and that's wrong. Why should his actions be dismissed? You take his name off of it. Take his name off of it.
Make him white.
Take his name off of it. Make him white. Make him any other color that he is. Make him just an individual. Let's take color completely out of it.
There you go. That's what it should be anyway.
That's right. Let's take color completely out of it.
That's why that photo of that Justice lady has that blindfold on.
Right.
Yeah.
Because she's not supposed to see nothing.
Exactly.
She's not seeing anything so that she can judge by sight. She's judging by evidence.
Exactly.
And the evidence says that the man did wrong. He stirred up trouble. He started a bunch of stuff, and he should be punished for it. Period.
Right.
I don't care what his color is. I don't care what his political preferences are. Right. I don't care what his sexual preferences are. That's irrelevant. The man did wrong.
Thank you. That's how it should be.
The man did wrong.
I don't care if you're a big fan of goats. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You just,
whatever.
you
did wrong.
You did wrong, and you got to face it.
Not only did you do wrong, you stirred up an
insight.
Let's, all right, you stirred up an insight for a revolution inside this country.
Let's look at it. Let's look at it from a hypocritical standpoint now. I know what you say. It doesn't matter. Now let's flip it. Right. Let's have a white man coming out, a white actor. Let's go ahead and say it. Maybe even a Democratic actor.
Right.
Coming out saying, listen, I was attacked by 2 black men, and they called me Trump's puppet, and they threw oil on me. I don't know, whatever.
Yeah.
They
threw hot coffee on me.
And then they put a KKK mask on my head and threatened to choke me with it and ran off.
Right.
All right. What would have happened if that would have come out, and then it would have come out to be that was all made up for that actor's own gain?
Right.
Oh, dude, can you imagine? That dude would have been crucified.
Yeah.
Because he went the other way with it.
Yeah.
And that's not right.
It is not.
And that's hypocritical of the media and the press and these celebrities.
And what's even more hypocritical than that, it makes the media and the other celebrities in this United States look like a bunch of idiots.
It does.
It's not only him looking like an idiot, it's putting that dummy stamp on everybody that's associated with that. And I mean, if I was everybody else that was associated with that, I'd be mad.
Yeah.
As actors in the acting guild that typically, are in this deal for entertainment, and typically most of them don't want to be stupid or associated with stupidity, I would be upset.
You know what, though? Honestly, it's actors. If you ain't caught, it ain't wrong. That's their mentality.
Well, now some of them. Now let's don't put all of them in that box.
No, you're right. But here's what but look at when all the Me Too, all that came out, everybody out here, there were people standing up with skeletons in their closet. You can barely keep the door closed.
Well, and that's them.
Because they've never been caught.
That ain't us.
Uh-huh.
Right? And I've had the privilege to be on stage with some actors before, and I liked them. You know, they were kind of like us.
Right.
I've been an actor on stage, so I mean, what's the difference?
Yeah.
You know,
it's just it's so hypocritically wrong.
Some people they think it's all about them, and it's not. It's all about the people that are around you. That's the lives that you're affecting. How many lives do you think that touched? That maybe have been wounded from this, damaged by this.
The Chicago PD.
Yeah,
they're damaged because right now, if you go read comments on 3/4 of the stuff, it's Chicago PD being stupid again. They're all a bunch of idiots. Listen, there is on the take stuff happening all the time. Accordingly, in Chicago, people getting paid, even the police. I haven't seen any of it. I've heard it. So here's the deal. But the one time they try to bust somebody, they can't.
Right.
You know
they can't. They can't do what's
right. But there
right.
are good officers in there.
That's
there
right.
always is.
That's right.
I don't care who's on the tape. There's always good officers.
That's right.
And they're all being called stupid by these celebrity talking heads who will garner 70,000 followers, 100 million followers on their Facebook videos or YouTube or their Twitter and all that, who will now think that Chicago is a bunch of racist idiots who don't know what they're doing.
Right.
So now that cop has been that whole area has been tarnished.
Right. So, I just feel like that people need to figure out what's right and what's wrong and stamp wrong on
they
what's
want
wrong.
him to apologize, but he won't.
He won't.
The minute
Not now.
apologizes is the minute that he puts out that he's accepted the fact that he did lie.
Right.
It's pretty. I don't understand how a county attorney can come to you and say, "We're going to go ahead and move away from this case." You think he's innocent? No.
Excuse me.
Wait, you're dropping the charges, but you don't think he's innocent?
Hold up. So you pretty much got evidence that this guy's guilty from the beginning to the end.
Witnesses who will testify because they want to stay in the country.
And now you're going to let all this go? Well, do the witnesses get to stay?
Here's the deal.
They didn't get to testify. Do they get to stay?
Here's my deal. If I'm the cops, I reroute all this.
Oh, yeah.
I reroute it. I go back and say, that's fine. You were attacked, Mr. Smollett.
That's fine.
We're going to go ahead and arrest your 2 attackers, put them in prison.
That's right.
And I hope you can live with yourself on that.
That's right.
Or we're going to redo it all and refile charges and have them offer them a deal to flip on you. And maybe we get more information. Maybe they've been dealing you drugs.
That's right.
Maybe we set up a sting to where they know you're buying your drug because apparently there were drugs involved.
Oh, there's drugs involved.
And so,
doggy.
I mean, there's ways to reroute all this.
We've all, Jeff, you and I both, we know all of us have skeletons in our closet.
Morning, Fred. Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
I got big fat ones.
We've all got skeletons. Oh, yeah. Hey, somebody
Hotline.
calling in hotline. Woohoo!
Good morning. You're on Kill Drug Hotline.
Got a couple of riding lawnmowers today.
Woohoo!
Grass getters.
Got one. Yes, sir. This one, we'll go get it. This one's got a 15.5 horsepower Kohler on it.
I take out a tree.
We'll wade through some stuff.
All right.
It's 42-inch cut. Got 2 new front tires. Got a new drive belt on it.
Right.
And it's ready to roll.
Sounds like a winner.
Yes, sir. Also got another. It's an old mower, but it's actually set up as a scraper blade. It doesn't have the deck on it.
Right.
It's got a blade on it for like if you're preparing your garden or whatever, you want to scrape out your area and level up your garden.
Or if you just want to take your front yard out altogether.
There you go. Now that's thinking. Yeah, if you don't mind the dirt blowing.
That's right.
It's called Zero-scape, sir.
Yes.
There you go. I love it. Yeah, so I've got both of those for sale today. They can come look at them at 1306 Largent.
Right.
Or they can holler at me at 365-3618.
I don't know why I don't have your phone number memorized yet. I should.
Yeah.
All right, there you go.
You should. I'm telling you. I'm on here all the time.
Right.
I'm sorry about that.
No, don't you apologize for nothing,
boss.
boss.
For having fun.
All right, 15.5 horsepower. You got a riding lawnmower, 42-inch cut, new belt, 2 new front tires on it, and you got that one for sale. You also have got a mower that has been retrofitted with a scraper blade. It does not mow, so it's more so a scraper.
Right.
You know, that you also have that. They're both at 1306 Largent. You can call 365-3618. Thanks, sir.
There you go. Thanks
All
much,
right.
man.
Appreciate
Thanks,
you.
sir.
Bye.
I know, me too.
I'm surprised ain't nobody bought that mower. With grass getting out of hand as it is.
I know, ours got mowed. Except they missed the little part over there by the truck, and they probably didn't know to, because it gets sketchy on that corner right there. Who's responsible for what?
Right.
But Michael Blackshear, good morning. Charlie Ramsey, good morning. Yeah, like I said, man, I'd reroute it. I'd go back there and I'd try to figure out how to get that boy again.
Good morning, Lisa.
But,
how are you?
It's frustrating.
Morning, Fred.
You know what's frustrating? It's frustrating for when you're the people who are trying to do some good.
Right. And when you try to turn your life around and try to go from a bad person to a good person,
Right.
your past is going to typically follow you.
You got to deal with it at every turn.
But exactly. But at some point in time, you got to figure out, whether am I going to quit living in the past or am I going to live in the future?
2 in one day.
2 in one day.
Yeah, we're picking up steam. It's just gonna be a pretty weekend.
It is.
Good morning. You're on Kill Drug Hotline.
Good morning. I have fresh eggs for sale. They're $2 a dozen. And to reach me would be 325-374-9546.
9546.
Yes.
That's 374-9546. She's got farm fresh eggs for sale, $2 a dozen.
Correct.
All right.
Woohoo.
Thank you, ma'am, for
Right.
calling.
Thank you, ma'am.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
I need some eggs. I may just give her a couple.
Yeah, $2. I mean, that's good eggs.
That's
I mean,
right.
they already run you.
$2 a dozen at the store.
Yeah, these are fresh out the chicken.
That's right. These are real eggs.
These are non-pasteurized, whatever. Good morning, Lisa.
Homogenized.
Homogenized.
Yeah.
I can't find bourbon whiskey. I lied to y'all.
Bourbon whiskey's on there, dude.
I read an article yesterday that said that it's on on William Beckman's SoundCloud, and it is not there.
It is. You saw it. You sent it to me.
That wasn't.
Somebody sent it to me.
We didn't listen to it yesterday. I don't know. Maybe I can find it.
Let me see if I can find who sent it to me.
I got. He's got all kinds of songs on it. Yeah, I looked on YouTube and everything. I misspelled bourbon.
Let's see here.
Come on, now. Let's see. Yeah, now, Mule. He's just got 2 off of that Outskirts of Town album.
Right.
Empty Pockets.
Right. I can't find it either.
I'm telling you, man.
I can't spell bourbon.
Yeah, apparently it's tough to spell.
Is the name
I
of
can
it?
drink
Is
it.
the name of
I
it
can't
bourbon?
spell it. It's bourbon whiskey.
Look up William Beckner.
I did. I'm looking it up right now.
It's not there. Somebody here?
Yeah, Suzy T. Dude, you falling some Cleachy? We are gonna have Dose Peoples in here. Because we're gonna have Miss Janet Wilson up in here. So we can, but you're what's it called? You're damn it. No. You are adaptive enough and wear many hats. You can sit there and have fun with us while we do that too. That's right. So it's what I'm saying. Yeah, I don't. Yeah.
Besides that, you got to behave.
Yeah. I just want to feel. I want to feel what it's like.
Fred's watching.
Is he?
Yeah. Fred, keep an eye on you.
Hey, we're talking about the miscarriage of justice that was Jussie Smollett.
Oh my gosh! Don't get me started.
Okay, so that means from now on, if we get caught doing something wrong, we can pay our way out of it. Do we just pay you on the street, or do we have to go?
How do you prefer you want
Your
money
payment
order? Money order, cash or check?
And I don't know. This is what I'm confused about. I mean, if he's innocent, that's one thing.
He's
but-
not.
But he admitted there was a false report, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so, and of a hate crime, of
Right.
all things. So my confusion is, you went and
stirred up all this animosity.
16 charges were brought up against him.
Right.
16, 1-6. You went through all that trouble to do that, and then it got all dropped?
Every single one of them.
Every single
one of them. You know why?
So it's money talks,
I don't
and sorry
know what
people
happened
won't.
there. I mean,
I'll tell you
we
exactly.
don't know everything. 'Cause
We don't.
The media only tells you what'll stir up
But
the nest. So I don't know.
I do know
that,
but here's what we do know.
It seems weird.
Kim Fox has ties to Michelle Obama, and Kim Fox has ties to George Soros. The Smollett family is a darling family of Michelle Obama.
Oh.
There have been contacts made between Kim Fox and Michelle Obama's old chief of staff in the recent couple weeks. Again, George Soros was also a funded part of her campaign as Attorney General.
So you think there's a little snake in the grass?
$10,000 went back to the city of Chicago because he donated it, and basically saying, she said, and you'll think this is funny. You might have heard it already as a police officer. Just because he has such good community service already in Chicago and represents a lot of the good stuff in Chicago.
And all of what his family has done.
And they said that he would have only gotten probation anyway. So we're just going ahead and drop the charges.
Man needs to go to jail.
How stupid is this?
So wait a minute. So so here's a hate crime, and then you have the other story of colleges being bought out by
rich
celebrities. And I'm like, why is that even a surprise? That's been going on
forever.
Dude, I mean,
all day.
Well, here's something. Let's flip it over on Suzy T's side. Okay. As a Japanese American, let's say you fabricated a hate crime against Hispanics.
Okay.
Oh, but see now that but that's okay now because Mr. Smollett got off.
So it is okay now.
So we need to let you off too.
Well, here's the thing. I'm sorry.
She's community officer, community service.
That's right.
You
do community service.
He did not set the precedent.
No.
The system
did.
Set up.
All he did was maintain his innocence and never got a day in court.
Right.
But we don't know the whole story. That's the only problem I have is that we don't know the whole thing. We only know these bits and pieces. That doesn't mean additional charges won't be filed.
Well, that's what I told him. That's what we talked about. I said if I was, because the police are pissed.
Oh yeah.
And so is the mayor.
Of course.
I said they will reroute this. You watch. They will find a way
to turn this around, hit it from a different angle,
and come at him again.
The hate has now splintered in different directions.
Right.
Well, that's what I told him. I said I'd go back to those two Nigerian brothers again.
That's a
because I honestly, for justice purposes, I expect the Nigerian brothers to be arrested. Because did they not assault him? If I'm just saying, if his story's true, then they assaulted him.
All play acting. I mean, we don't know.
No, it is play acting.
Thing. We don't.
We don't. So therefore, we have to. We don't. So therefore, we have to arrest the Nigerian brothers.
I would say that unless they have all the facts on media, which never happens.
Yeah.
Is the reason why we can't get the answers, which is why it makes. And I'm not saying it because I'm PD. I would have said this whether I was wearing a badge or not. When you don't have the whole story, everyone goes with the flow of the anger or hate. Then that becomes the gospel truth, and that is not the way it works.
That's right.
So you don't hear
the truth,
the whole truth. You just hear bits and pieces of it. So now what happens is the person who was accused,
right,
because all the media became ugly about it, when they are found innocent, then it's like, oh, they didn't have enough evidence. He could have been completely innocent. I'm not talking about Smollett.
Right.
A person could be completely innocent, but because the media had already made its judgment.
We've seen it happen so many times before.
So the innocent person is no longer innocent, regardless of what the turnout came about.
Oh, yeah.
In the justice system.
Public opinion.
Right. Public opinion ends up becoming the jury.
The prosecutor.
Yeah.
The prosecution.
Right. And it's
so you can't get
hurtful.
So you can't get a true trial.
You really can't. So now you've got everybody rallying around Smollett.
Mm-hmm.
He admitted, that's the part I don't get. If he admitted it, then own up to your mistake, own up to whatever.
See, here's the deal. He never admitted it.
I thought he did.
According to the records, and I read those from Kim Fox, the district attorney, the county attorney, that he has been true and he has been consistent in his story. Okay. That he did never orchestrated this, despite overwhelming evidence.
Right.
That's overwhelming evidence.
And then they interviewed
they
interviewed prosecutors inside the county prosecutors, and they asked them, "Do you think he's innocent?" And they said no. We don't. But we don't make that call.
Right.
That's why charges were dropped.
Okay, but then so when you get indicted, that means it went to grand jury.
And grand jury found
So
enough
grand
evidence.
jury, with it, this is a group of people. This isn't one person. This is a group of people that said it sounds valid.
Mhm.
We have cause to believe. Therefore,
Let's give him his day in
charge.
court.
Right.
Yep.
And so they indicted him 16 charges. That's what I'm blown away about too.
How do you just let 16 of them go?
You know, unless they were charges that were just
But
Just,
see what they
know-
state that they base that evidence on is the fact that he does so much community service and that his family in the past has done so much community service.
what does that have anything to do
And
with
he-
this?
And
Yeah.
he's
No,
going to
because-
go ahead and forfeit his bond money, go ahead back to the city, and he will continue doing community service.
Because she said, Kim Fox is on record for saying it in reality he was only going to get probation anyway.
Okay,
So why are we?
So if you already knew that he was going to get probation,
If convicted,
you're innocent,
yeah.
If you're innocent, you're not going to get probation.
Right.
Why are you serving community service, and why did you waive your
Well,
bond?
he's just doing community service. What he
Just
does anyway.
saying.
That doesn't make sense.
As an African American gay man, they're basically saying that he is so much in the community, can be a positive role model.
by throwing out hate.
Yes,
crime,
that's what I'm
by
saying.
holding
Yeah.
out.
But
Okay,
that's
good.
why their statement is so
Good role
wrong
model.
because
Yeah.
because of all the good work he's done, we should forgive him this one time. You will forgive him. That's great. That's a consideration the judge takes in order when he
Whether you give him
sentences.
probation or not.
Exactly.
When he drops the
That's
gavel.
not the prosecutor's. No, you want to go after him and you go for the maximum or you
Right.
make a deal. But
And-
you
and
don't
the
consider that
media-
before.
The media needs to stop being unfair in throwing only the one-sided. If you're going to throw that out there, put the other side out there.
Put
and
the
say,
other
okay,
side out there
here's
also.
the reason why, which is probably the reason why the justice system doesn't come up
Right.
and say, hey, look, this is what we got. They're so mad right now, probably they're spitting nails. But
Hey, Jessica, baby.
you know, good morning, everybody. But it happens. It happens to us. It happens everywhere.
Morning,
that
Dwayne.
the things that we
It just
do
needs to.
don't come to the way we expected it.
And that's all over. Hell, look at the Mueller thing with Trump.
Yeah.
Dude, Trump came out like squeaky clean out of this. And who knows? We don't know. But it's funny because they've been projecting for months. Oh, you wait. You wait.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Oh,
buddy.
we gonna get him.
Doggy,
And then
it's
they
gonna
go
be-
do they report. They go, huh?
Yeah.
Well, crap.
Well, crap.
Headlines. USA
But that's-
Today.
You know,
that's why.
no collusion.
Here's
You know?
here's what I think should happen from that deal. Okay,
Media should be held as.
here's what I
That's
think.
what Trump's trying to say. But then now he's a media beater.
Yeah, here's what I feel like.
I don't know a term for that.
A media beater.
He's
Yeah,
a media.
He's a media beater. Well, he may get arrested for beating the media. You know. Anyway, what do you?
Good morning,
I
Lisa.
feel like.
Good
I feel like. Here's what I
Wow.
feel like. I feel like all the congressmen that have wasted their time
Our money.
and our money
Right.
on this whole deal, they owe us.
Right.
You owe us money now.
Mhm.
If they didn't find anything wrong, you owe us time and money. So you owe us all the time that you wasted on this, and you owe us all the money that you spent on this.
Right.
Put it back, take it out of your pocket. I want you to pay for this.
Now, here's the thing. It doesn't matter. And actually, Dwayne was just, but good morning, Dwayne. The way it works is this: hate is bad no matter what, in
Mhm.
action
Exactly.
and in word.
Exactly.
It just is. It doesn't matter if you are mad at something and you just all of a sudden spill all this, a horrible prejudice out there. Bigotry is alive and well.
That's right.
How they've morphed it is a horrible thing.
Right.
Mhm.
You don't have to like somebody, but you don't have to treat anybody horribly, because then when it's done to you, then you're all incensed about it. You can't.
Ooh, yeah.
Well,
You
Look
gotta
what happened
treat
to
people
what was that
good.
lady's name?
which one's that?
The congresswoman that sent out there.
Maxine.
Oh,
Oh.
Maxine. Look what happened to Miss Maxine.
Well,
Oh, now that it's come back to us.
well, same thing with this
Ooh.
this Avanti, who went after Trump
That was
like
the
a
other
like
one.
a rabid pit bull.
Yeah.
Went after Trump. Hello, Mr. Skeleton's in your closet.
Yeah.
Now
Hello.
he's in a whole thing with a couple people are on this big kickback thing that happened where they were getting wire fraud payment, or he's under investigation for wire fraud,
Right.
all kinds of stuff. Listen,
You know, if
that
you're gonna-
happens
if
when you
you're
step
gonna-
up with the big dogs and you
But
want to
here's the
get
thing,
poking
though.
at people.
The whole touchy subject in America right now is about hate crimes, right?
Right.
And then this one was such a horrible way it turned out that I think now we're going to have a flip. It's going to go in the other direction.
I think it
because
needs to go in a positive direction because
I think
you
it
know
will.
this United States of America that we live in. Yeah, we live in the land of the free and the home of the
Right.
brave. But I'm telling you, this country was founded on "In God We Trust." Okay, and there is so many things going against "In God We Trust" that is a hate crime. It's a hate crime against
just
our
the
religion.
humanity,
It's
just-
a hate crime against humanity.
Yeah,
Exactly.
just, you know,
And that needs to be turned around. That needs to be.
how did we get here?
How did we get here? How did we?
Get
How
here?
did we, as United States citizens, and I'm talking about all of us,
Right.
me included,
Right.
end up being so passe about what and
What's okay nowadays?
Yeah.
It's everything is okay.
you know
And it's not okay.
everything that has snowballed down this hill. Oh well, I'm just going to step out of the way and let this snowball keep
You know,
rolling. Instead of
you know
kicking
where
that
it started.
snowball and saying, "Hey, whoa, here, time out."
You know where it started. It started when we quit holding everybody, our higher ups. We quit accountable
for their actions.
When accountability flew out the window is when all this started. You can take it back to politicians. You can take it back to Ted Kennedy drowning that young lady in the lake
Exactly.
or whatever.
You can go.
Was it Susan Smith that drowned her kids?
Yeah,
I mean, all the way
can-
back.
yeah,
You can take it.
Now,
It can go back way further than that.
Take
But the
Bill
object,
Clinton with his friend in the office. I'm just
But
saying,
this-
there's no
but-
accountability.
But the object of the game is, it's not me. It's the way I was raised, or it's not. It's personal accountability.
but it's choice when you
It's choice when you turn your head the other way.
If somebody does drugs, we don't know why they do them, right? We
Right.
don't know where they came from or what.
You know the
But
mindset.
they
Yeah.
do know that they ingested it themselves.
Right.
Help them down. And then
You
they
chose
dig
to
out,
do that.
and they end up at the hospital.
It's a
and they have
sickness.
this. It is. It's an addiction. It is a sickness. It's unfortunate, but it's a poor man's. Like meth is a poor man's crack. So it is a sad, sad day when it's such a rotating door, right? They
Right.
do meth. They go to jail. They clean up. They come back out, and they do it all over again. Those are choices, like you were saying. Those are choices. That's not from your background.
That's not it's not
an addiction that is so difficult to break. So is that the same thing for anybody's?
It's
behavior, how they grew
well.
up?
Wait a minute.
You know what I mean? Is it?
It's-
is
You're
it
addicted to a
habit?
certain behavior.
It's an
Maybe
addiction.
it's the behavior.
It's an
right?
addiction. It's not a choice. You don't make a choice to do that.
Once it becomes addiction, it becomes very difficult to fight that choice.
Oh, so
Very difficult. Alcoholics do it. People who actually food can be an addiction. It
Right.
could be,
Well, I'm hooked on
What you
bacon.
talking about?
I'm hooked on bacon, Leroy.
Yeah.
Gambling. Look at gambling.
What do you
when
wanna
I
bet?
drove by in Vegas, right? In Vegas, there was two billboards.
Bet you ain't. I bet you right now I ain't addicted to gambling.
That's right.
There's two billboards. One that says, "Addicted to gambling, give us a call." And
Right.
this one goes, "Hey, come over to Casino X." And I was like,
Addicted to gambling? Come see us.
Yeah.
Come see
It's
us.
just like
Yeah.
right next
We-
to you.
We
How
can take
smart
your
is that
paycheck.
marketing?
We can take your paycheck.
We
Bill.
take car titles. We take car titles.
Yeah.
And college funds and
and
your house.
and your
Yeah.
house and
Right.
anything else,
Exactly.
Well,
but what
It's
at,
just
at some
It's
point
accountability
at some point
It
in
is.
time
all the way along.
when
But
do
there are
you
loopholes in the law?
when do
There are
you wake
loopholes.
up, when do people wake up and say, hey, you're the one that made the mistake, you are accountable? I mean, if I make a mistake,
Well,
if I
you
get
help
pulled over,
people-
if I know I'm speeding, okay, and I get pulled over for speeding, I'm not going to try to talk my way out of it. I know I was speeding, and I deserve a ticket.
Hell, Landy, we went through this yesterday in Abilene, Texas.
Exactly.
Did you get pulled over?
No. Listen, this
We
is where
did not get pulled
this
over.
is where
Thank you.
accountability comes
Thank
into
you, Lord.
play. I was eyeballing an item at a Salvation Army.
Okay.
I was playing with it,
Yeah.
looking at it. Damn lid popped off of it and broke,
Right?
shattered,
Yes.
loud as you can imagine.
Ooh.
Take it up there, and I was like, I told myself, I'm gonna buy this even though it's broke, and I was like, no, sorry, I broke
the
it.
lady didn't want it. Didn't want.
She
him
said,
to pay
don't worry
for it.
about paying for it. You don't have to buy it just because you broke it. I said, yeah, I do, because I broke it. So I bought it, $3.99. Hopefully I can glue it back together. But, but it's just that's the fact is you got to be held accountable for that.
Good morning.
We got about 30 seconds. So you come sit over here, ma'am.
I hadn't seen you in a while. How are you doing?
We're going to bump you with Miss Suzy T here. Y'all guys can hang out for a second.
Honey jar. I know, right? It's been there forever. I don't know what kind of toast he's making.
I've been sitting there. All right, here we go, guys. Here we go. All right, everybody, welcome back to it. It is 9:13 here in the Agriplex. Man, we got a studio full.
I had to get on my chair.
I know. What a respectable thing to do. Yeah. What a respectable thing, good sir. Hey, before we jump into what's happening here, I do want to mention, first off, the Lenten lunch today is going to be, and I hope I'm not wrong, because I realized this the other day. They gave me just a list with no times on it. Oh. And I don't know if the Lenten lunch is happening somewhere universally and then being put on by certain churches, or if it's happening at that church. So I'm going to go ahead and say this, March 27th at St. Mary Catholic Church. That's today. That's today's Lenten lunch. So there you go, guys. Go check it out. If nobody's there, go by the community center. I don't know. It's Boundary. You can drive around 10 minutes, find a bunch of cars. I don't know. But it is at St. Mary's Catholic Church. It is today. There's your Lenten lunch. We had dogged hard celebrities in the first hour, but because of the Jesse Smollett thing, and we have a teacher in house, and you don't have to say anything, So I know they get nervous when we start talking about politics. Teachers go, I've got opinions, just not on the radio or the air or anywhere in front of students, So, but as a person, no, we dogged on them hard. But I want to put this out here real quick before we move on to our guests here, because we do dog on them, and I believe when there are celebrities. You had said this earlier. Not all actors are bad people. We say it all the time. There's some good ones. Well, how about this one, for instance? It just popped up. It was pretty cool because we were talking about how horrible Smollett is and his actions and his all this. Now we're rolling over into this one. On Saturday, Keanu Reeves.
I was going to say, be like Keanu.
Oh, yeah.
Be like Keanu.
Keanu Reeves was on a commercial flight from San Francisco to L.A. when it was diverted due to a mechanical indication. The check engine light came on. So, well, you know what happens? Hey, we got to stop by AutoZone real quick and see what's up. But no, it's this mechanical indication. I don't know. You know what happened? Bob put $5 in. That's right. They're going from LA to San Francisco. Yeah. They're going from LA to San Francisco. He put $5 in, and he needed $7. So anyway, they had to turn around. Fortunately, obviously, the plane landed safely, because if we lost Keanu Reeves, I don't know what I would do. I ain't gonna lie. That's a good man right there. That's a good man.
When Robin Williams left, okay.
Oh yeah, we can't handle all this.
Yeah.
All right, so they did land in Bakersfield, California, but unfortunately, the passengers were still more than 100 miles away from their destination. So obviously, we say this about Keanu all the time. A lot of celebrities might duck away and make their own travel plans, but Keanu, doing what Keanu does, did not. He immediately started working with the airline to organize a van ride to Burbank for anyone who was interested. Then, once the road trip started, he entertained the passengers by using the phone to read facts about Bakersfield and play country music. That's why I love you, Keanu.
See, there's Batman, and then there's
he also hugged them all as they dropped off, where they all got off at Carl's Jr. And he hugged them and thanked them and told them goodbye as they exited the bus. Not all heroes wear capes, y'all. There you go. So there's your positive celebrity outlook for the day after the negativity of the Jussie Smollett thing.
Just to let you know, too,
and Lori Loughlin.
The reason why we hold them, because we see them all the time. Mm-hmm. That's part of the problem, is that we see them all the time. So it's hard not to judge them differently, mm-hmm. But they need to not put their political stuff out there, because people have such influence. So when you do bad things, it's bad. Right. When you do good things, it's wonderful. And
on that same token, before we jump over to what you're talking about, the influence thing, we talk about that this weekend. Right now, we're in a weird shift with kids where the millennial, you can call it whatever you want to. There's a scary majority of them really, really believe in socialism.
Yeah.
And they've been taught so far that Christianity's not good either, because we're all a bunch of bigots and racists and all this, right?
Right.
So when socialism fails, because socialism will fail.
It has in other countries.
When and if it ever in 25, 30, 40 years ever gets to the point of socialism in this country and then it fails, where are they going to go?
I'll be dead. So
they're going to go to like the easiest route, which is not great. It's easier. They're going to attach to the next big thing, whatever it might be.
Whatever it's,
and that's why these celebrities are so important, right? Because they're molding these people, and if they believe in something wacky, right, they're going to go, well, now we're going to try this because
but do you know how
Bob Billard does it.
How many apps come out because it's on a whim. It's like every 10 seconds there's a new app because they can't make up their mind.
And I'm sitting there waiting on the
There's
KRUN
brand
app.
loyalty.
Can't even get that done.
Yeah, exactly. So
Yeah.
there's no loyalty to whatever is out there,
Right.
whether it's family, friends, school.
What can you do for me now?
What can you do for
Right,
me now?
exactly.
And that's, what's in it for me is
Right?
the whiffum. We used to call that marketing as the whiffum. What's in it for me?
What's in it for me?
Yeah.
Well,
So very difficult.
Well, speaking of somebody who's got a difficult job of molding young minds
Yes.
and teaching children to play instruments, Miss Janet Wilson is in the studio with us today. It is Wednesday. It is our Ballinger ISD Representative Day, and I'm so glad she showed up.
That
So-
was a crazy segue.
Yes, like that. We just throw that back in there.
Yeah.
It happens a lot.
Yeah.
It's okay.
You're lucky there was a segue.
This is the way we roll.
All the
Yeah,
time.
lucky there
All
was a
the time.
segue because generally it'd be like, you are 100% right, Suzy T. Janet, what do you think? No, I'm just kidding.
Skateboard, roller
Yeah,
skate.
yeah,
So-
so, welcome to it. What's going on?
It's springtime.
Yes.
So you're missing half of your school every day, and you're hoping to get to the end of the year.
That's right.
I think our record out of our high school band, we keep record every spring about how many kids are absent. And don't get me wrong, they're all in extracurriculars supporting everything from academic to one act to athletics to band. I mean, there's everything going on right now. All the stock shows. I mean, there's
Right.
everything you can think of happens in the spring at one time. And so I think we one day had 30 kids absent out of the 67 in high
30
school band.
kids.
Yeah, but they're doing good stuff.
And they're all
That's
doing
the
great
thing.
things.
Yeah.
Right.
And it's wonderful.
ditching
And
school.
so
I mean, it hurts your percussion side and everything. But
Isn't it so interesting how the school and you as teachers and faculty and everything else support that?
oh yeah, it's great.
You
I
know?
mean, because and if you came out to fish night last night, there was a perfect representation of that. Everything that the school does was set up for the incoming freshmen to come see
Sure.
and check out all the different programs and all the different groups that they could be involved in and things that they might not know about,
Right.
and I think it's really great that we do focus as a school district on getting those kids involved.
Oh, yeah.
And it takes so much parent support and patience to not see their kids on a daily basis because they're with
I'm gonna tell you from
one event
Right.
to one event to one
From a
event.
divorced parent standpoint, March, and I determined this the other day, March is the hardest month because I have not seen my girls since February
Yeah.
because of their activity 6 hours away.
Right.
Now, there, of course, they're in Angelo up, who would be there, but 6 hours away,
Sure.
they're like, hey, sorry, got this. I just realized I've got a track meet Friday.
Yeah,
And so it's like-
probably before the track meet, the day before, there was probably softball, or there was one act, or there was DECA,
There,
or
were-
there
yeah,
was
there, were-
you know,
there was
like,
yearbook,
there's just
National Honor
all these
Society.
things. And
you know,
it's wonderful, and you love that they want to be that involved, and I think that's what keeps it. We've talked about that before.
yeah,
Those kids are what keeps a small community moving,
exactly.
and it's
And
great
out of
that we
trouble.
focus around it.
Out of trouble.
Sorry.
Yes.
Put that in there.
And there's got to be
Yeah.
there's that accountability that school and these teachers hold the kids to
Right.
Well, I
that
mean,
they've got to maintain.
because if they're with us till midnight, 2:00 in the morning, coming in from an event, they're not out on the street doing something.
Exactly
I mean,
right. Yeah. Say it's all good. My kids are with the Wilsons.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
I mean, there's like four,
There's four of us
Yeah,
now.
yeah. There's a
Yeah.
bunch of y'all now in the school
That's
system.
great.
So, but no, it's pretty awesome though. But you guys, the reason you're here 9:00 hour though, because you were doing
high school band happens first period of the day, and
Right.
I've appreciated that since the day that I came to Ballinger, because you've got 70 kids sitting in a classroom.
yeah,
Even with two of us, it's
Right.
hard to just walk out and see you later.
yeah. Yep.
See you in a few minutes.
You got this.
I'll be back.
You got this. Well, I'll be back. Need
no,
anything
I-
on the way back? Coffee? No,
I
If we
appreciate
had
it.
Whataburger.
yeah. Oh, there you
Yeah,
go.
Whataburger
Little honey
breakfast.
butter chicken biscuit.
Calm down a little
Uh,
bit. Make that six. No.
I like their
What is-
jalapeno bacon cheeseburger.
Oh, that's so good,
I
too.
just had their mushroom melt.
Oh, that's a good one.
Oh.
On that.
God,
Yeah.
loving
2
life.
minutes is terrible.
God, I'm so
I
fat.
tell myself one burger a month. It didn't
talk
work.
about burgers. We went to a burger joint.
Oh,
Which
dude.
one?
What
Oh,
was
on your
that?
trip.
What was that? We as
It's
we
so good, you guys.
as we
It's so good. I can't remember.
as we're bragging about it.
It actually looked like a little diner on the side.
Oh,
of the
Tom's.
road. It was
Tom's in Dallas.
In
It was
Florida.
Tom's in Arlington because it was right next to our hotel.
Yeah, because it was
A diner.
it's like right on the side of the interstate.
And it's all like
this
Airstream.
shiny aluminum.
It's
old
great.
diner.
Like an old diner. Yeah.
So we
Okay,
ordered.
nice.
So me and Landy did the couple thing where we ordered the burger and split it.
Yeah.
'cause he-
Everybody
How
split a
cute.
burger.
Yeah, we're real cute.
So cozy.
our wives looking at us like, my wife ordered my wife, she manned up and ordered the chili cheeseburger. Landy got the El Guapo or whatever. I don't know what it was. It was like
it was a quesadilla burger.
Yum.
Oh my
With
gosh.
quesadilla.
or we had queso and all.
I bet there was
And
jalapenos.
then like a chipotle
So you know
mayo.
what, the sloppier the burger, the better, the happier.
I made one and I created my own burger with a fried egg on it.
Oh yeah.
And all that.
Those are
Yeah.
good. Those are good.
I tell you what, it was dang good. It was about $7
we
for
did
everything.
that over at Rangel's.
Yeah.
And we had their torta.
Yeah.
Steak torta. And I think I sent a picture.
You throw an egg in that bad boy?
I did.
Didn't
Yeah.
Joe
Oh,
Fuentes used to make
yes.
one like that too?
Absolutely.
Yeah. You see,
Egg
that's what it
over
was.
That's the
Was
picture I
it a
sent you.
torta?
Yes.
Okay,
It
because
was
I
a
was so
steak
mad
torta.
because I went to Rangel's and said, "Listen, can I get a sandwich?" And they're like, "Sure." I was like, "She goes, do we do that?" And I was like, "I've seen one before." She goes, "Okay." So they make me a sandwich. Thank you for that. First off, I get it, and it's great, but I'm like, that's not what was in her picture. You know,
Should have looked at the menu.
Every
Yeah,
restaurant I go to, I have
apparently
to
it's a
change it
torta.
up, so.
Is what it is.
And it's
a
good.
torta.
That's where I made the
Mhm.
mistake.
That's a
Okay.
Torres torta.
That's a Torres
It
torta.
is because I make it very special. They hook me
Does
up
that
with
have
it.
to do with band?
They love to eat.
We do love to eat.
We went from Whataburger to tortas.
I'm telling you.
But we brought it back to Ballinger, didn't we?
did.
We brought it back to Ballinger.
I'm telling you, if you can feed kids and feed them well, they will stick with you.
They will.
Well, if they come to the chili cook-off, I'm just saying.
Oh,
They
yeah.
need to participate.
Band is gonna have a
No, they need to.
They need to participate.
That's not a bad idea.
That's not-
I'll
yeah.
get you some info.
Yeah, we'll talk about that.
We'll talk about
Yeah.
it.
No, it's all right. So it is spring, though. Do you want to talk
Yeah.
about what's going on in the band world? Is there anything
Well,
particular?
There's a lot going on. We've actually almost are at the end of our season. Starting, so we hosted in the very first week of March. We
Mhm.
hosted the UIL concert sight reading contest here, and we had 22 bands in this area that came to Ballinger High School.
22
Wow.
bands.
22 bands.
Band, money, money, money.
Y'all did
That's all I hear. I hear a
Wow.
tax. Go ahead.
And yes, I
Holy
gave
moly.
every single one of them the list of all the restaurants in town. Said, please feed your kids in Ballinger. I mean, I always do that because,
Right.
Yeah.
why not?
Sure.
We've got great restaurants here and they should feed their kids.
They
So
should have really.
there you go.
Yeah.
Equal.
Please feed your children.
keep those band children fed.
That's right.
So we hosted on Ballinger High School. High school faculty is so great to, just really help us host and keep things quiet. And we use, a couple of the gyms and the auditorium. And, it just takes a lot from the whole school district to put that thing on and from the band boosters and, all these things. So we hosted 22 bands and our high school band was one of the competitors. And so we got straight ones from all of our concert judges and our sight reading judges
Nice.
and pair those with our straight ones.
You did
in
the
marching.
sweepstakes.
That's our sweepstakes.
Awesome.
Nice.
Yeah, we talked about that when it came down the pipeline.
Yes.
I'm so glad now because we are as a radio station are inundated in the community enough to when that kind of stuff happens. Finally, now people are notifying us like the day of,
Yeah.
Right.
instead of me waiting to talk to you a couple
Right,
weeks
afterwards.
later and
Yeah.
go, "Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't know that." You
Yeah.
know, that is awesome though.
So then, so we did all that, and then last week we actually took our junior high bands. We've got 2 junior high bands. Took both of them to Cisco for a pre-UIL contest. Both bands got straight ones there, so very, very pleased with them. And Mr. Cleveland does a great job with that junior high program and building those kids and getting them where they need to be. And then the top of those 2 bands will go to UIL next week in Abilene. And so they'll compete for their sweepstakes next week.
Awesome.
So good stuff
Fantastic.
happening. hmm
They're
That is-
taking
Here comes
names.
Ballinger.
Yeah, that's right.
So
Y'all better
Man.
check
Good.
it up because we're coming.
That is
there's
great.
some really great bands in our region, and it's of course we compete against each other, but we
Yeah.
all kind of grew up together through our college days and things too. So it's always fun to see your friends succeed.
Your
as
bandmates
well,
and
or,
everything. Yeah.
That's one of the things that's really quite different about band than most other things. Everyone has opportunity to get that sweepstakes.
Right.
Not only one school in a district.
Right. You don't
And-
have the top one.
Right.
All the time.
So it's shared.
It's
You get a chance.
anyone can have the chance to get that
yeah.
sweepstakes.
Every band in the
Wow,
district,
that's
every band in
great.
the district can get a 1.
Yeah.
It all depends on their individual performance.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
They're not comparing band A to band B. They're
Right.
just seeing how you're doing
Yeah.
right here and right now.
Individual.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now,
Wonderful.
of course, in marching season on our, years to advance, then of course they do rank us, but not till the area level.
Right.
At the district level, if you get that Division 1, then you just go on to area, and then they start ranking. So
Mm-hmm.
it's really wonderful the way it's set up. I think they really encourage success at all programs,
No, yeah.
and it's really great.
Well,
It
we
is really
appreciate Y'all
awesome.
being in our parades and
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
that's
I mean,
awesome.
we just
Yeah,
have
for
such
sure.
a great time.
For sure.
watching those kids, and they're so enthusiastic, and they wave. I'm going, God, you exhaust me. You're carrying the whole thing.
Yeah, we get
You're carrying the
done.
cooler and walking in this heat.
Depending,
God bless you.
depending on the heat. Sometimes they get bad and they're like, Wilson,
My feet are
didn't
killing
tell us
me.
it was going to be this hot, or whatever. But they're so good to
They put y'all before the horses, right? That's probably the best route.
Yes. And in fact, who was it that emailed me? Oh, it was Renee.
Yeah.
She emailed me. She's like, so where do we put you in this parade? I was
Before
like,
the
okay,
horses.
Before the horses.
I need before the horses and not in front or behind the fire truck because you cannot hear a
Anything.
thing around them. And
Right.
and we
Yeah,
one
fire truck needs a muzzle on that during a parade.
Yeah.
Just a little bit.
That's a parade. That's a parade expert right there.
Turn it down
Yeah.
a little bit.
I remember one of my first years they put us right behind the fire truck and the horses.
Oh wow!
Oh my
Oh.
gosh. We
You guys need to stay in line. We can't. There's landmines.
Yes, everywhere.
There's gonna be traps everywhere.
Not just that.
And they were trying to
years,
play,
I mean.
but
Huh?
you couldn't hear us over the fire
Exactly.
truck anyway. So I think the fire truck's generally at the back now, and the horses are somewhere in the middle, and we're in the front.
Yeah, yeah.
Good,
That's
yeah.
that's awesome. That's how it should,
Well, I
leading
love
down the way.
listening now. They're great.
Well,
Yeah.
thanks. We talk a lot about. There's a lot that we do for the community as band members, especially in a small town. Maybe football isn't every kid's thing, but that's part of their community service. To me, I mean, I know they get a grade for it, but part of their community service is being at the football games,
Sure.
even if football isn't their thing.
Right.
You
Right.
know,
They're still
Um,
supporting.
and they need to be active and be energetic and do those pep rallies and and they have a blast. And
Oh,
then
yeah.
parades are kind of one of those other things too. That is just pure community service, and we talk a lot about what our community gives to us and how we can give back. That's just a way that we can give back to them.
See?
So
And we
All right,
appreciate
America,
They
listen
do.
to this.
They do.
Listen to this.
Giving young kids giving back to the community,
Imagine that. Our future
our future.
for their future.
That's what we keep
Yeah.
talking about. Hey, we always dog on the generation. We
Gosh.
mentioned it earlier. But there are so many positive avenues that don't get
Mhm.
expressed
well, that's
in the media and all that.
Well, when
Yeah.
you get positive parents, you get positive
Mhm.
teachers.
Have people
you have that.
come see what these kids are doing,
Yeah.
in their extracurriculars and their daily activities. You've got kids leading, we've got the youth rotary and the youth lines, all those things. Those kids are mimicking what we as adults are doing
Right.
Right.
at the student level. And, I think it's kind of a double-edged sword. It's great that they do that, but you've got to see what they're watching because they're mimicking us.
Exactly.
Exactly right.
And so,
And I
you've got
do apologize for that with Aiden. I mean,
it. We apologize for all
Yeah,
us adult activities.
Speak
Yeah.
for yourself. I love my burger.
yeah.
I love
we
my
can
burger
teach them to
too.
eat well.
Yes.
No,
Absolutely.
No,
it's
there's
just-
been
it's
stuff I've
good.
heard coming out of Aiden's mouth where I was like, that one's all me. I should probably need to. Yeah. no, Big, I need to cut that one out.
There really are some spectacular kids up at school.
Yeah.
And I wish people could see, we say it off and on as teachers. I wish people could see what this kid does in my classroom, because when you've got the thing that they're into, you see a whole different kid,
Right.
Oh, yeah.
and it's wonderful as teachers to kind of talk and find out, well, what gets them going in this class and what gets them going here, and how can we, help do that from whatever class maybe they're struggling in or whatever, if we recognize one class is struggling, maybe a teacher that really works well with that kid can come behind and, hey, let me help you with that other class. And, it's such a community spirit up there. And
Well, I've got a 5-year-old,
wonderful.
and I'm going to tell y'all right now out there listening, once he gets in y'all's class, just put a welding rod or a screwdriver in his hand the whole time, and you should be fine. Just
Jonathan Burgess right
Yeah,
there. He'll
yeah.
take care of
you know
you.
when those remember those
Or
old
Tyler
those
and Tylen.
those spittle for the kids with ADHD, and they give them the spinners and everything,
right.
and right, just give him that and like maybe a screw he can screw in and out during math class, and he'll be
Just
like,
keep going.
like I got you.
And they're multitasking. You're
Yeah.
teaching them
Yes.
to multitask.
Win-win,
I'm sorry, but that's a good thing.
It is.
Yeah.
Oh, it's wonderful.
And I don't mean by
Yep.
your cell phone.
right?
No.
Yeah. So
Something else.
no, it's awesome, man. We love the band program. We love what you guys represent. I mean, y'all have done nothing but succeed since forever.
Well, and I've had one
know.
of yours for almost a whole year now.
I know.
And we're still friends.
Hey, yeah, we're still working out. Yeah.
he's great.
You're welcome on the radio show. No, that's just my community service. No, yeah, he loves band.
Yeah,
he
he's
does.
great.
He loves band, and it's awesome because you get to see that grow from
Mhm.
not sure to dude, I love band.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
music and arts, I think, is just
I
very
agree.
important in a kid's life,
Mhm.
anybody's life, really.
Yeah.
It just is.
It's
Yeah.
as important as any organized sport you can get into because each individual opportunity teaches something new
Yeah.
to these kids,
Yep,
Right.
for sure.
and it all teaches dedication.
But I also think that they find some sort of piece in that, so they
I
could
think
do
so.
the math, the English, the
Mhm.
the science, the social
Mhm.
studies that makes it.
What's a
just-
stress reliever?
I
Yeah.
think so.
We were talking about that with our sixth graders. Actually, they had kind of a questionnaire they had to fill out for our student teacher the other day.
Mhm.
And so one of the questions was, does this class talk about other classes during class time?
Mhm.
And they're like, it was in a real formal wording, and they didn't. So I kind of minimized it to that phrase. And they're like, oh, well, we talk about math all the time, and sometimes you talk about history, and
Yeah.
sometimes, well, yeah, because it all, when you start looking at history, it all correlates to music and art and
Everything.
I mean, sports. Everything you look at has historical relevance,
Right.
and of course, music specifically has math relevance all over the place.
Well,
you
it's
know?
got math relevance.
Um,
it's got political
recognizing patterns and
relevance.
History has social.
It has social.
Everything.
References. I mean,
There's few things in this world that can get you fired up, depressed, or happy like song can.
Mhm.
Music.
Just
Well,
it hits it all.
In high school band this morning, this just kind of shows you the spectrum. We're working on Fantasia 2000 music. If anyone remembers that
Oh my
DVD
gosh,
that came
yes.
out years ago, so we're working on the music from it for our spring concert. But then there were some chords being played back there in the marimba, and I was like, man, those sound like a song. It was one of Madonna's songs.
Mhm.
And then we transferred that, and we kind of moved over to Oasis, the Wonderwall.
Wonderwall.
I mean, like, you
Yes.
just never know.
Yes, I will go to more
Creativity.
concerts if you play 90s grunge. I'm just saying.
I
Or
know.
80s.
Yeah,
Good
Ballinger
80s too.
Ballinger
So-
Band presents the 90s. Yes.
Yes.
We're gonna be
And the
there.
whole town is there.
Oh, yeah. That is awesome. So what else is going on in your world?
Well, one of the really, really big things happening right now is that we just finished our 10th year on our uniforms, and uniforms are meant to be a 10-year span.
Sure.
And so the school board does half of the money for that, and then our band boosters do the other half. And so we should have our new uniforms in June. And so right now, band boosters are taking donations to help offset that cost. There have been a couple other things that came up over the year. Our big red storage building, our cooler building, the air conditioner totally went out.
Oh, wow.
Looks like it's going to be about $6,000 or $7,000 fix. And so you can see where maybe, things are a little tight, and we just, we would like to just ask if anyone wants to donate towards those new uniforms. They can get in touch with me or with Elizabeth Lange at the high school, and she's our president.
Right.
We've got band booster elections coming up in May, and we're looking for kind of a new booster board. We've got lots of people graduating this year, and so they'll leave the board along with their students.
Right.
And so if you're interested in, becoming an active part of the booster board and help support everything from fundraisers to concession stand to, they provide money sometimes to help with the sixth grade stuff and with the junior high stuff and meals. I don't think people necessarily know this. They feed our high school band at every home game.
Oh, wow.
UIL released rules on that a couple of years ago to where band booster clubs could help with that because of the finances.
Sure.
It's been changed over to where it's not looked at as a reward, that used to be in there. But they changed it because it's just so hard to feed. You think about Central High School has 400 kids in band. How is that budget going to support that? Even with our 70 kids, it's a lot of finances. And so,
need some help.
So they take care of our kids every Friday night. They feed them. And, I couldn't ask for a better board. And so when big things come up, like the fix, on that building, and then the uniforms really would be great to have some.
Listen,
help with that,
you don't want our kids up there at competition wearing cargo shorts. They have band tops and cargo shorts. Doesn't look good.
Well,
Donate.
Unless they're red.
yeah,
And
flip-flops.
flip-flops.
And I think people are shocked sometimes.
And no hat.
No hats. Oh my gosh. Those uniforms are about $400 to $450 a piece, and so it adds up real quick. And obviously, you can't buy just for the exact people you have because your bodies change and people come into high school and people graduate, and so you have to buy about a third more than what you actually have in the program to have
So that you have the
sizing.
Flexibility.
Mhm.
Right.
Yeah.
So
Because I went from an XL to a 2X.
Depends
Jeff
on the
sprouted,
maker.
well,
Jeff sprouted out, so we're going to need a little bigger.
those high school boys
Those
when
doggone
Was that a
toys.
rough freshman? Yeah. Was that a rough
year?
freshman summer there, buddy? You sure did put on some
Your
weight.
freshman 15.
Yeah. Freshman 40, whatever.
It's close.
It was a tough year.
It was a hungry year.
That was a hungry year.
You found burgers.
I
didn't
did.
you?
I found Portos apparently. So no.
Okay, so Annie was asking, she wants to know, can we donate if they're out of town?
Absolutely.
Okay, Annie.
Absolutely.
All
There's your
money is
answer,
green,
yes.
Annie.
Yes.
Actually, who that is Miss Annie Rost. She was here the other day. And she's an artist,
Okay.
and she's a very, very good artist. And we enjoyed spending time with her.
Right there.
Yep,
Yes.
we ran into that young lady at the awards ceremony too.
And her mama.
Yeah, and her mama, yeah, and her friend.
And her friend.
Yeah. And so we're really excited. Thank you, Annie, for reaching out and asking that question.
Right.
But yeah, you can donate all comers, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
And you could send it either to Ballinger ISD, care of Band Boosters, and that'll get to either myself or Miss Langy.
Just reach out to us too, and I will
Yeah.
help you. I'll point you in the right direction.
And
Annie,
I was asking real quick what the PO box number is for the Booster Club specific.
Okay.
But when I get
Yeah,
that,
that's awesome. Well, obviously, this is a woman who plays music and knows the impact of music in a
Yeah.
child's life.
sure.
You know, look at her. You know, she was a
Yeah.
shower singer for years, and now she's finally took a chance and awesome. So you know,
There's hope.
yeah.
For you or for him?
No, there's no hope for me.
She basically was a metal wrestler too,
Yep.
working in the shop with her dad, and now she stepped out her comfort zones playing music, and she's doing a real good.
There you
job.
go. So,
See,
but
love
yeah, no, Annie, just if we don't get it before we get off here,
PO
just
Box 74.
PO Box 74, Ballinger,
So-
Texas 76821.
Nope.
Nope, I'm lying to you.
93.
Take that back. PO Box
93. Sorry.
93.
PO Box 93.
PO Box 93. I'll type it in there.
93.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's the in care of Band Boosters.
Yes.
Let's see, Ballinger
That'd be
ISD. All right. Good deal. Well, there you go, folks. I mean, donate.
Yeah.
Donate. You know?
Other- Yeah, for sure. I appreciate
What
the
else you got going
community.
on?
The other big things happening this spring, we've got the state solo and ensemble contest. Mr. Ellis has 9 kids that qualified for that. The way, we talk about the Ellises all the time. They're
Oh,
just
yeah.
spectacular. The way they still continue to host a choir program. The kids don't have a class period. They come in at lunch. They come in if they're caught up in a class and a teacher is generous, and they're so generous to let the kids come in and work with him, and or after school or after sport, wherever they can find time, the Ellises are there, And so he's got 9 kids competing at state solo ensemble for vocal solos, and
Wow.
I've got 1 competing on a Barry sax solo, and so we'll have that trip. It actually doesn't happen until the first week of June this year, so we'll still be in contest mode after everyone's already tanning
So you
at
don't
the
even
beach.
stop. You don't stop at all.
No.
Oh, that's great.
And
We don't get sun in the band.
No. Well, you get rain right after.
Yeah,
yeah.
Possibly snow.
5th grade parents can be super excited because they're about to get all the information about band instruments for
Yeah.
next
Oh,
year and
woo!
schedules and all that
Yeah.
kind of stuff. So
Nice.
they should be, I think they've already had 1 letter come home from Miss Castleberry about schedules and things,
Mhm.
and we'll be coming down to the elementary to visit with those kids and show them the instruments. And then in May, we've got the 4th and 5th grade after school musical.
Yes.
The after school choir is just, I cannot compliment those kids enough. They choose to come in on their own. It's not part of their class day. They ride the bus up to high school every Tuesday and Thursday, practice for an hour. They're learning we're doing Music Man Kids this year, 76 trombones and the barbershop quartet and, all
Wow.
that. So
yeah.
it's going to
Looking
be,
I got a
It's
kiddo in
spectacular.
there too. So yeah, we'll be there for that.
Oh,
You
it's
know.
wonderful. I cannot tell you all how fun this little group is. We've got about 35, 40 kids involved in that this year. And
I had baseball practice yesterday, and I've got 3 of my boys where the game was going on next to us because we were practicing, and they were playing the national anthem, so we all stopped and took our hats off, and I got 3 of them over there singing. I'm like, that must be the choir boys,
Yep.
And they're like,
Practice
yep,
where
it's
you
us,
win.
So, those kids
Good
are great,
job.
but that's coming up in May. And so, it just kind of keeps rolling, and anything the kids want to do, we're certainly there to facilitate them.
Sure.
It's fun to work with. Yeah.
Keep them involved. Exactly.
So,
And you know what? It pays in dividends.
they're
towards
just,
the end.
and they're good kids. They're
Yep.
so fun to work with. They got on stage for the first time yesterday.
How'd they
And
do?
so they stood up there and their eyes were big.
Aw.
And of course, we've been rehearsing in the band hall, so the walls are pretty close quarters. And then we get an auditorium. It's like,
Right. It's just opened up. That is
so
awesome.
Put some stage set up for them and that kind of thing. And oh man, they just did a really great job.
There's no
first
might
time on
light that
stage.
fire in one of them.
I know.
That's all it
That
takes.
adrenaline.
Yeah.
And it, it builds from there all the way through high school and possibly into their
Adult
futures.
life.
There's, try to talk to kids about music and art specifically. You can play that and do those things, community theaters and community bands and
Mhm.
community art projects.
Doesn't have to be your
And
career.
You don't have
Right.
to do it as a major. I mean, you
You
can
can do it
just,
as a hobby.
yeah.
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 Become a Keanu, not a Jussie. You know, so I'll become a Keanu no matter what. I bet you he sings and does art.
You're
does
probably
everything.
right.
I'm pretty sure. I
does.
bet he
Like
does.
Jason
bet he
Bourne
does.
said, he is the one.
He's the one. He's the one. Be a Keanu in this world. Do not be a Jussie. All right. Well, what else you got
So
going
I
on?
think that's
You always
kinda-
have so much.
I'm sorry.
No, it's not. It's great.
Yes.
It's perfect. I'm
Lady
just
gets
saying.
carried away when she comes in.
Yeah, yeah.
Well,
It's
and
like,
it's fun to talk about the kids.
yeah, she has
Yeah,
so
it
much
is.
stuff in there. You know what? And this is how long you've been doing this now.
This is I'm finishing 16 years in
Yeah,
Valentine.
and still have the
Wow.
energy and the love to come out here. And,
Oh, I think my
Thank
energy
you.
has changed.
Yeah. It's like it falls out about 3.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, I need some more coffee about
Yeah.
3 o'clock.
Well, that is
So-
awesome. All right, y'all. This is our boundary representative, Miss Janet Wilson. Thank you so
Absolutely.
much.
Thank y'all for doing this for our school.
Oh,
It's
no
great.
problem. Anytime we get you guys out here, like again, it's all about the kids in the community.
Absolutely.
You know, trying to make sure that we hopefully help out in some way or another and hit them in the right direction. Remember, guys, they need donations. The band boosters do. So if you'd like to send donations, you can actually do that to P.O. Box 93 in 93 in care of the band boosters. And so they all forms accepted. You know, go up there, drop it off, do whatever you need to do.
Absolutely.
You know, just help them out. You know, they need help where they can get it. Obviously, this is, you know, it's
Can they call you?
Absolutely.
Okay, what's your phone number?
325
Hold on. 325
718
718
9543.
9543.
Yeah.
As for you?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
That's my cell phone number. So,
man, no, fearless.
well, it's on all the documents that go out to the parents.
That's what I did too. I was like,
It's just
I quit playing
easier.
around like it wasn't on there. I was
Yeah.
like, you know, just call me.
Yeah, it's
Call
just
me
easier.
direct.
Call me, text me, email me at school, whichever.
Awesome.
We'll get you in touch with where we need to be.
All right. Well, thank you, ma'am. Miss
Thanks.
Janet Wilson.
Roll.
Let's get back to school and go back to
Absolutely.
it. You have this little break here.
I drained your coffee pots.
Dad, do your thing.
To start over.
Do your thing.
Turn it off.
Now you
Yeah.
guys
Yeah.
family.
So good.
She not only did she drain it, she turned it off
Because
for
you don't
us.
want it to burn.
Did you wash out the thing? No, I'm just kidding.
No, you don't ever
That
wash
keeps
it.
the
You don't
flavor.
watch
That's-
it.
yes, that's
What
a-
kind of coffee you make?
that's right.
I don't know. Apparently, I'm doing it
Coffee
wrong.
right there.
Yeah.
Yes, you just rinse it and go again.
That's seasoning on there. What are you doing? It's like,
It's
a cast iron pan.
You never touch it.
You put soap in my cup now.
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
I just love the fact that she can come here and it's not like she ever left school with the mentality. So, yeah. So, I'm like,
All
it's not
right,
an adult break. I gotta go talk to Jeff and Landy. You know, yeah.
Be
So,
welcome to get back to my kids.
exactly. You guys are way. You
I
know,
will be so glad to get back to
Yeah.
that classroom.
just because they're afraid to
Those
say certain things.
kindergartners,
Yeah, I got 6th graders next. It'll be easy.
Oh, yeah,
I
perfect.
just
Even
roll right in.
same mentality.
There you go.
Same mentality. You know. Anyways, all right, cool.
All right.
Thank you so
y'all
much. All right.
Appreciate it.
Well, Suzanne,
Yes.
sorry we pushed you a little bit, but
You
you're
were
here, you're
good.
hanging out with us. We love having you here regardless. What do you want to talk about?
Okay.
What can we hit on?
Something happened.
Something happened.
Something happened, so you know I got to share, right?
Oh yeah, we love the
Okay.
sharing part of it.
Okay, everybody, B-Town. There is no discharging a firearm within city limits allowed.
Oh my gosh.
Just letting you know.
Just
This
gonna
is why my
reiterate that
shoes
well-known
are
fact.
all muddy
Oh.
because Officer Mercer and I got called out because families left the lake area,
Uh-huh.
okay, because somebody was discharging firearms and four-wheeling. So,
Like in a truck
needless
versus a-
to say
Mm-hmm.
that the game warden came around, even though it was a city within city limits.
Mhm.
right.
Game
Which
warden
city
took
limits
it.
is extended out there to the lake?
Yes, it is.
The lake
And,
park in the
right.
lake
And
is
that lake
city, is
area
city
is-
property,
is
city
city
limits.
limits.
It is city property. And so here's a misnomer. We asked these folks who told them it was okay. My parents told them, their parents told them, it's okay to come out there because we do it all the time. And by the way, we called the PD and they said it was okay.
Ow. Did you know?
No, sir. So just so we
In
are clear-
1977, you called the PD.
Yeah, there you go. So just now, I don't know what the game warden had charged. We left the scene and they took
Left it
care
in
of
his hands. Yeah.
But there are 6 of them, and when you have that, and you are chasing away families who went there to enjoy the time, clearly that wasn't okay.
Right.
So they were, shooting at the water, shooting at, fish. That's not what we call a fishing license.
Yeah.
So they were discharging a firearm within city limits. We could have taken that, but we understand the game warden and we work in concert with them.
That's right.
And whatever it is that they need, whatever they decide is what we follow.
Right.
And we could have gone either way. Now, depending on what the charges could have been, it could have jail time could have been, you could have looked at serious tickets. I don't know what the
Outcome was.
Yeah, the game warden charged them with, but they were not happy. And I was more afraid of the families that had no idea where it was coming from.
Right.
They heard gunfire and they left, took their families and left.
Well, it was close enough to make them that nervous. Because
Right.
in West Texas, you hear gunfire
Right.
in the background. It could be anything.
Right.
But sometimes when it's that close, it's different sounding, so it
Right.
makes you a little more nervous.
Right.
right.
And you don't know what's out there. And
Exactly.
because it's out in the open, you don't know if somebody's upset, somebody tried to kill themselves, somebody's hurting somebody else.
Right.
You don't know. So they packed up their stuff and left and called us and said, hey, oh, by the way, we hear gunfire. We got to go. Can you guys come on out? We did. Officer
Yeah.
Mercer and I did. Very dangerous. The answer is no. Mom and dads, if you guys are going out there, don't teach your kids that. Please don't. City limits, within city limits, it is unlawful. So please be careful. Enjoy your wonderful day, but please don't disregard the law, because you not knowing the law doesn't excuse you from it.
You would think that.
So
Yeah, you would think
in some
that.
cases, Mr.
Yeah.
Smollett, but we just want to make sure that the kids are safe and the families are
I think the
safe.
general
and
understanding that needs to be put out there is the fact that, yes, the city lake,
is
Ballinger
city
Lake,
property.
is city
considered
property.
Yes.
Part of city property.
Just because it's way out there doesn't mean it doesn't belong
Yeah.
to the city. So we do
Right.
govern that area. Please make sure you guys are safe. If you are in doubt, please call us. Please call us. We want to make sure. And they believe that they were in the right, but
Well,
obviously
because they're thinking they're in the country and it's fine.
it's open.
Yeah.
It's no one's going to get hurt. But bullets go far.
They do.
Bullets ricochet. Bullets. There's a reason why we have to be careful. So
Well, there you go.
we just want to make sure everyone's okay.
That's
And,
awesome.
All
Cool.
right. So that was what I wanted to contribute today. Is that
Very cool.
Hey.
no discharging
Well,
firearms
as
in
we
city
get
limits.
these nicer days, you're going to
Yes.
see that more and more.
Absolutely.
Right.
And,
Right.
and you know what's funny about that, honestly, is they probably been doing this last 5 years. Who knows?
it's possible.
And it's the
Or
fact
25 years.
that it's just the fact that nobody was ever close enough to realize that this is dangerous.
right.
So now
Well,
they
then Now
know.
people are calling in, whereas before it might have been the norm.
Right.
Now they are calling in because we've had active shooter events. We've had officers killed. We've
Right.
had, families are getting hurt.
Right.
So, and communities are getting hurt. This
Right.
is why people, so I thank those that did call in, because that tells us that they are cognizant. They are
Yes.
aware.
And
that
as
these
a
things are-
community, we are gathered together
Yes.
to do what's right.
Right, absolutely. Not a problem. And we just want to make sure everybody is having a
Safe.
safe, wonderful upcoming summer.
That's right.
Yes.
despite
No
the
incidents or
weather.
no accidents.
No, that's it. I love that. No incidents, no accidents. We
That's it.
love that.
That's
And
it.
the other part I wanted to say is thank you to the parents who've been taking extra care not to run stop signs during the elementary school
There
time
you go.
period of time.
Yeah.
They've been doing really, really good. I don't know if me park there has anything to do with
You
it, but
think?
the pretty lights every now and then, but the kids are waving, they're saying hello.
Right.
Moms and dads are waving, and they are absolutely stopping the vehicle before proceeding. They're not trying to race each other. And those that have had a nice little chat with me. So, but I wanted to say thank you to B-Town
Sure.
for being cognizant, especially around children.
That's right.
So that's all I had today.
That is awesome.
That was it.
Well, that's taking care of the community, dude. That's what we're trying
Still
to do.
up in it, right?
You think?
Yeah,
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
it's the most important part of what we do out here, and is bringing community leaders and these event people and
Exactly.
everybody to
Find
make
out
this,
what's going on in the community.
find out what's going on.
There's an informational. Thank you for this informational radio station.
That's right. Hey, so check this out. You want to talk about while we got a couple minutes here, since we have Officer Torres. This is pretty funny. I thought she might want to. She
Enjoy this.
ask me if this. Let
Okay,
me
go
let me
ahead.
know if this has ever worked.
All right.
You're familiar with Axe body spray?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean, spray it on
Got
there,
it.
and you're 12.
Got it.
You're 12
Got it.
years old, and you're running, and you're going to a dance, and
You don't want to shower.
you empty a bottle on yourself,
Yeah.
and you
No,
run,
that's not why I do it. But
you run
okay.
your parents out of the house, Aiden. And
Yeah.
then, so anyway, a 49-year-old man named Efren Ramirez was pulled over in Spartanburg, South Carolina this last Saturday when a cop saw him speeding and swerving.
Okay.
Probable cause, right? And as the cop approached the car, he noticed that Efren was frantically spraying something in his mouth.
Oh, my.
It turned out that good old Efren, who apparently was heading to a bar or from a bar, had this on his body, pulled out some Axe body spray and decided to try to help. He would utilize that to put it in his mouth, cover up the smell of the booze he'd been drinking.
Oh, my gosh. What a bad idea.
But there's some big problems with that plan. One, cops not stupid. They saw Efren. They tend to look into the vehicle as they walk up so they know what's going on.
Yeah.
All right. There's that. So, strike
And
one,
plus-
Efren.
And probably, he was probably going,
Yeah.
Alcohol and
Number
drinking
two,
do not
Efren.
go together.
Number 2, Efren. There was an empty Corona cans all over the car.
yeah. Number 2.
Strike 3,
2.
Efren.
Oh,
And
Efren.
here we go. Number 3, Axe body spray surprisingly does not cover up the smell of alcohol. Strike 3.
You're
In
out.
fact, one of the ingredients in Axe is
Is
stereo alcohol. So Efren was arrested for drunk driving, driving without a license, driving without insurance, and carrying an open container.
Was this in Texas?
No, this was in South Carolina.
No.
Okay.
Wow.
Could be in Texas, though.
Could be in
It could
Texas.
be.
Yeah, listen, I guarantee you, if he didn't blow hot before, he was going to afterwards.
Yeah.
With that alcohol being fresh in his lungs. You know,
Oh,
the
my
actual
gosh.
I mean, what?
Efren, what were you
Efren.
thinking?
What were you
weren't
thinking, dude?
Guys, be a Keanu. Don't be an Efren.
Or Batman.
Don't be an
Keanu
Efren.
or
Don't be an
Batman.
Efren,
Yeah.
man.
Don't be an Efren.
Don't be an Efren.
Don't be an Efren.
Don't be an Efren Smollett,
Yeah. Yeah.
and it's not going to work good for you.
Take it from us. Be a Keanu. Do not be an Efren or a Smollett because it just doesn't work out. Listen, Axe body spray does not taste as good as it smells.
And then you get to be featured on the radio station.
And then you get an
Yes.
AM radio station in West Texas making fun of you, Efren.
That's right.
Yeah.
Efren.
My guy. His mugshot, he looks like he's got a bitter taste in his mouth.
That tastes better
Yeah,
than 10 Coronas.
Yeah. I mean, how do you wash it down with a Corona?
It's
Yeah.
a chaser.
Yeah.
It's an
When a guy's-
chaser.
When a guy sprays his mouth full of Axe, that's when the Corona gets the slime. You see those commercials? Oh, man. It is
Oh, my
9:55.
gosh. Woo.
Suzy T, thank you so much
Thank
for
you
coming
so
hang out
much.
with us.
All
Do
right,
not
y'all.
discharge firearms at the lake. That is city property. Therefore, it is illegal.
That's right. Don't
Remember
do
that.
it. Don't do it. Don't
Just
shoot.
be safe.
Ethel.
Tip of the
Efren, don't shoot.
Efren.
Don't
Efren,
shoot.
don't be an
Efren.
Efren.
You and
Don't be an
Jesse.
Efren.
You and Jesse need
You
to
and
head
Jesse
on.
Smollett, y'all chill.
All right.
Jesse.
Miss Janet Wilson, thank you so much once again for coming out.
Yes,
Ballinger
thank you, Miss
ISD
Janet.
representative. Donate to the band boosters. They need you guys' help to get these uniforms lined out, to get their building lined out.
That's right.
Donate to them. You guys can check them out. Just call up the school, ask the question. If you need to know where to donate, they'll hook
That's
you
right.
up. It is 9:56. We are back on the Way Back Wednesday.
Woo, doggy.
All right, y'all. We will see you tomorrow for Thirsty Thursday.
Yep.
We have Efren in
Have
studio.
a good day, everyone. I love
Oh
this
my
show.
gosh.
I just love this show.
We're gonna have
Thank-
Efren
Yeah,
in
because
studio.
everything's on the hip, man. It's just right off. We just don't care what we talk about.
No.
Well, and the things we talk about, they're things
There's
that people
relevance.
talk about.
There's relevance to
There's
it.
things that people talk about.
Yes, it is. So what's up, peeps? All right, y'all. Appreciate y'all for tuning in.
Thank y'all so
thank
much
everything.
for showing up today.
Annie, Stephanie Gonzalez, Aunt
bet.
Patty,
Hi, Stephanie.
Cooper Joe Newsom, but I don't think I recognize
Annie,
your name,
thank
do
you.
it. But thanks for tuning in.
Annie, you the bomb. Don't care what your brother says.
Stephanie Roberts, Christy Getz. Love it, guys.
Christy, Jason.
Kathy Glass.
Annie.
Yeah, you know,
Oh,
she's
CJ.
Yep.
KG.
KG's up in here. Appreciate you, Kathy.
Woo.
You guys have a wonderful Way Back Wednesday. We will see you tomorrow for Thirsty Thursday.
Whoop, whoop.
Get you some Axe.
Bye, y'all.